Do you know that after 70, walking too much can actually harm your body instead of helping it? Most people think the secret to longevity is simple: just keep moving. But according to doctors, that belief might be misleading. These are doctor-approved habits that protect your joints, strengthen your balance, and keep your heart and brain young without overstraining your body. Stay until the end, because the number one thing on this list is something most seniors overlook entirely. Yet, it can add years of vitality and stability to your life. If you've been walking every day but still feel pain, fatigue, or stiffness, this video may completely change how you think about exercise after 70. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Flexibility and joint mobility training instead of repetitive steps. Doctors now warn that one of the biggest mistakes seniors make is focusing on endurance rather than flexibility. Long walks may strengthen the heart, but they also repeat the same motion thousands of times, putting constant pressure on the knees, ankles, and hips, areas already more fragile after 70. Without stretching and joint mobility work, every step adds a little more stiffness and inflammation. Flexibility, however, does something walking can't. It restores range of motion and keeps your joints lubricated. When you stretch, synovial fluid circulates around your joints, reducing friction and improving balance. That means fewer aches, fewer injuries, and smoother movement overall. Walking can maintain function, but stretching and mobility work restore it. Many older adults mistake stiffness for weakness. I once met a retired librarian named Margaret, 80 years old, who proudly said she walked 5 miles every morning. Yet she struggled to bend down to tie her shoes or turn her head while backing up her car. Her problem wasn't strength, it was flexibility. After just a few weeks of daily stretching routines guided by her physiotherapist, she regained movement she hadn't felt in years. She said, "It feels like oil in my joints again." When you make flexibility part of your routine, you'll notice everyday life becoming easier. Reaching for objects, getting up from chairs, turning your head while walking, you'll also reduce the inflammation that causes joint pain and arthritis. Walking alone doesn't deliver these benefits. Think of your body like a musical instrument. It doesn't just need movement. It needs tuning. Without flexibility, even the simplest walk can become a strain instead of a joy. Stretching and mobility work ensure that every step you take is lighter, smoother, and free of pain. To live long, you don't just need endurance. You need fluidity. Walking keeps your body going forward, but flexibility allows you to move freely in every direction, to turn, reach, twist, and truly live. That freedom of movement is the real mark of vitality at any age. Number 2. Balance and coordination exercises instead of long-distance walking. Doctors emphasize that after 70, balance matters more than mileage. Many older adults think that the more steps they take, the better. But in reality, walking long distances without training your balance increases your risk of falls, dizziness, and joint wear. As we age, our sense of equilibrium weakens, our reflexes slow in our inner ear. The body's natural stabilizer loses sensitivity. That's why balance-focused movements are far more valuable than piling on steps. When you train balance, you teach your body to trust itself. Again, these tiny muscles are the foundation of every movement, yet most seniors ignore them until they're gone. Without balance training, even short walks can turn risky because the muscles that protect you from falls have gone dormant. I knew a woman named Linda, 75 years old, who prided herself on walking nearly 5 miles a day. She said it made her feel young. But one afternoon, a small uneven patch on the sidewalk caused her to trip and break her wrist. When her physical therapist evaluated her, he said her balance reflexes were almost non-existent. She began doing daily coordination exercises, standing on one foot, practicing side steps, and gentle yoga. Within 3 months, she could climb stairs without gripping the railing, and her confidence returned. What's important to understand is that balance is like memory. If you don't use it, you lose it. But the good news is it can be retrained at any age. Try this simple exercise while brushing your teeth. Stand on one leg for 10 seconds, then switch. Or walk slowly across a room, focusing on each step's control rather than speed. These small actions awaken the brain-body connection that keeps you steady. Tai Chi and gentle yoga are particularly powerful for older adults because they combine balance, breathing, and mindfulness. They strengthen the nervous system, improve posture, and reduce the fear of falling, a fear that itself increases fall risk. If walking makes you tired or unstable, it's not weakness, it's a signal. Your body is asking for smarter movement, not more movement. Balance and coordination exercises don't just protect you physically. They keep your brain sharp by challenging your focus and reaction time. So instead of aiming for long, exhausting walks, devote a few minutes each day to stability training. Please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3, strength training over endless walking. Most seniors believe that walking every day is the key to staying healthy after 70. While walking is beneficial, doctors now warn that relying on it too heavily can actually accelerate muscle loss. Here's why. Walking is great for light cardiovascular activity, but it doesn't strengthen your muscles, bones, or balance systems in the way your body now needs. As you age, you naturally lose muscle mass, a condition called sarcopenia. The muscles that support your knees, hips, and spine weaken first, leading to poor posture, slower reflexes, and a higher risk of falls. Walking may keep your joints moving, but it doesn't rebuild strength in those muscles. The truth is, what most seniors need is not more walking, it's more resistance. I once met a retired engineer named Paul, 78 years old, who walked every morning for nearly 2 hours. He thought he was doing everything right until he began noticing knee pain, fatigue, and trouble standing up from his chair. His doctor told him, "You're wearing yourself down, not building yourself up." Paul started doing 20-minute strength sessions 3 times a week, focusing on squats, arm lifts, and core exercises. Within months, his energy came back, his balance improved, and he said he felt 10 years younger. You don't need a gym. You can use a sturdy chair for squats, water bottles for weights, or even push gently against a wall to engage your muscles. What matters is consistency and form. Walking keeps you mobile, but that's why doctors say walk less, move smarter. Your goal is not to walk farther, it's to walk stronger. And don't forget, strength training doesn't just build the body, it sharpens the mind. When your muscles engage, your brain fires signals that enhance focus, coordination, and memory. Each movement becomes a small act of renewal. If you're used to long daily walks, try replacing part of that time with light strength work. Even 15 minutes a day can dramatically transform how your body feels and functions. At 70 and beyond, it's not about endurance, it's about empowerment. Number 4, breathing and posture work instead of constant cardio. One of the most overlooked forms of exercise after 70 is breathing. Doctors say that the way you breathe affects nearly every system in your body, your heart, your brain, your blood pressure, and even your emotional state. Yet, most older adults breathe shallowly, using only a fraction of their lung capacity. Long walks may strengthen your legs, but proper breathing strengthens your life force. Deep breathing exercises combined with posture correction do more for your health than most realize. When you breathe fully, your diaphragm expands and massages your internal organs. It improves oxygen flow, lowers stress hormones, and keeps your heart rhythm steady. Walking, especially with poor posture, can sometimes reinforce shallow breathing habits, making you feel fatigued or dizzy. A retired teacher named Robert, 82 years old, told me he used to walk for an hour every morning, but still felt lightheaded halfway through the day. His doctor found nothing wrong with his heart. It was his breathing. He learned to practice slow, rhythmic breathing, 4 seconds in through the nose, 6 seconds out through the mouth. He said it was like turning on and your chest expands. Poor posture, especially rounded shoulders and a forward head, compresses the lungs and restricts airflow. Over time, this creates a vicious cycle of tension and fatigue. Standing tall while practicing deep breathing reactivates the muscles that support the spine and lungs, helping you feel more awake and confident. Try this: stand against a wall, heels touching it, and slowly breathe in while imagining your lungs expanding toward your back. Then exhale gently, letting your shoulders relax. Doing this a few times a day retrains your nervous system to stay calm and centered. Yoga breathing, also known as pranayama, and simple Tai Chi movements are excellent for seniors. They restore oxygen flow, reduce stress, and lower blood pressure naturally. Even sitting quietly and breathing consciously for 5 minutes can shift your mood and clear mental fog. After 70, you don't need more sweat, you need more oxygen. Walking too much without learning to breathe properly can leave your body tired and your mind restless. But when you focus on breathing and posture, you create harmony between your heart, lungs, and brain. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5, strength and resistance training instead of long tiring walks. Doctors say that the single most powerful form of exercise for people over 70 isn't walking, it's resistance training. While walking keeps your heart moving, strength training keeps your entire body alive. After 70, the biggest danger isn't just heart disease, it's muscle loss, known as sarcopenia. It's the quiet thief of independence. Every year after 60, the average person loses about 1% of muscle mass. That might sound small, but by 80, it can mean the difference between living freely or relying on a cane. When you have strong muscles, you have stronger bones, better posture, and faster recovery. Walking alone can't stop muscle loss because it doesn't challenge your body enough to rebuild strength. A man I once met named Harold, 78, used to walk 2 miles every day. He thought it was enough until he started having trouble standing from a chair. His doctor told him to add simple body weight exercises, wall push-ups, squats, and light dumbbell curls. Within a few months, his legs stopped trembling, his grip improved, and his back pain nearly vanished. He told me, "I thought I was getting old, but I was just getting weak." Strength training doesn't mean lifting heavy weights like an athlete. It can be as simple as resistance bands, water bottles, or even your own body weight. What matters is that your muscles are working against resistance. These small controlled movements trigger the body's natural repair process, boosting hormones that preserve strength and slow aging. Doctors also note that resistance training improves brain function. When you activate your muscles, your brain releases growth factors that protect neurons and support memory. This connection between muscle and mind is one of the most powerful anti-aging discoveries of recent years. If you can, dedicate 2 or 3 short sessions a week to strength work. Focus on your legs, hips, back, and core. These are the pillars of mobility. Even short routines can have dramatic effects. Think of it as investing in your future stability. When combined with flexibility, balance, and proper breathing, resistance training forms the foundation of healthy aging. But longevity isn't about movement alone. It's about the right kind of movement. After 70, your body speaks a different language. It needs stability, strength, flexibility, and breath, not exhaustion. The truth is, aging well isn't about doing more. It's about doing smarter. You can't outwalk time, but you can outsmart it by treating your body with intention and care. Each of these 5 habits gives you a way to reclaim control over your health, one mindful action at a time. If you've been feeling tired, sore, or stuck in your routine, this is your sign to shift your approach. Less walking, more awareness. Less repetition, more restoration. That's how you build not just years to your life, but life to your years. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.